Oh.
Slap.
Slap.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And then this guy would be like, keep the whole body up and you go,
Alright, Slade.
Slap.
That with Brock Lesnar and a shark.
Really?
Yeah, we shot a commercial for him. He was nice. Brock was really, really nice.
You know what? Most wrestlers are. They had that attitude where, you know, they know.
Jimmy Hart, yeah, a lot of these guys was really cool.
A lot of these guys,
working with them.
most of them, if you look at that's just a gimmick, the character they do, especially the bad guy.
Yeah.
But Warrior was a little bit.
Yeah, well, yeah, but backstage the Warrior would just like go. He kept to himself.
Yeah.
Would just like go into his room and that was it.
Yeah.
Everybody called him Ultimate Steroid back there, but yeah,
everybody didn't like
wasn't
him.
nice about it. But,
all right.
Yeah, with Brock Lesnar was like we were shooting a thing. He had just signed with WWE, and we were out at Malibu at Point Doom, and he's doing the F5, whatever it's called. That
Yeah, F5
with the big shark that we made. And it was kind of cold out there, and it was just me and another guy in wetsuits and him in the ocean while they're shooting us. And this wave came along, knocked him over, knocked us, and they took the shark. And so we're going after it. And then he gets up and he's spitting water, and he goes, "Damn, it's salty." And I said, "Yeah, it's seawater." He said, "Dude, I'm from Minneapolis. I don't taste that." This is the first time I've been in the ocean.
Was it that two-headed shark? Or?
No, that was for the asylum. That thing was fun. Yeah.
That was like when they. Hey, shut up over there! We're rolling. The hell's wrong with you?
Good. You try to less headroom.
Well, I thought we were rolling.
Yeah, you're
I
rolling.
thought we were rolling.
Yeah, shut the hell up! We're rolling, man.
Yeah. Should have a little pop gun.
There you go. And the cameras too.
Oh God, Neil.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, you know, besides that fun stuff, you know, that must be like one of the funnest jobs in the world.
Yeah, it keeps you young.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been doing this for 37 years now, I guess. And you know, once CG came along, it's a lot different game now than it used to be, because back in the 80s there was like 50 shops in the valley, everybody working, you could go next door, borrow a couple of latex, everybody got along.
Yeah.
And then when the work started going away, and we had to have some great parties. Neil, let me tell you about her. You know, the work started going away because the CG came. None of us saw that coming. And then shops, people started leaving, and it became more weed. You know, got a little weird out there.
Wow.
And, you know, a lot of people left the business, you know, didn't hang with it. But I didn't know how to do anything else, because that's all I've ever done since I was 17. And I'm not even qualified to work at a McDonald's. So, and I was a total whore and just took every job that came along. I don't care what it was. You know, so I've done some crazy stuff, you know, but I just stayed in.
Like what? Like what?
You don't want to know how many giant penises I've made. Like, yeah, seriously. You think you only make one in a lifetime? No, there's a lot.
Well, I'm sure there's that keeps you in business though.
Well, yeah. Well, it was actually the health department ordered it. It was the working stiff.
Really?
Yeah, it was for syphilis awareness. It was his penis with a pair of balls and this big grin on his face carrying a briefcase. And this was for San Francisco and LA. And then somebody on the LA council thought, you know what? Taxpayers may get pissed if they find out we just spent all this money on a penis costume. So they change it up and decide, let's fill the syphilis sore. So it looked like this big angry California raisin. It was all red, had his big mean face. And that was for LA. It was this fill the syphilis sore. And then Jon Stewart saw this and put it on the Daily Show, made the whole thing about it. The LA and the working stiff versus the syphilis sore fill. Yeah, that was pretty funny, you know. But yeah, there was one thing, it was a heart costume. It was like for some health thing or other. And you'd think a Valentine heart? No. This was the full thing. It was disgusting.
Dang.
It was gross.
It was just like glossy, like it was.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, it was with a pretty face on it. And it was gross looking. And then there was one called Mr. Tummy, or Mr. Toomey, as the guy said. And I don't know if it was supposed to be a stomach or what, but it had like curly Q hair coming out of it. And I saw it, like in the shark episode, when I saw that stupid design, I try and talk people out of it. You know, and if they are not going to change it, then I will do what they want. But fortunately, that time they listened, and I was able to do the sharks side by side instead of one on top of the other, because I just sort of been.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
I made things. Oh my! And one was like this clamshell. It looked like a clamshell that had legs coming down, that opened up, and it was like a human body inside, but no skin on it, just muscles with a penis, the whole 9 yards. And it's like, this is a design. Okay, we'll work with this.
Wow.
And it was all made out of soft plushy and stuff. And
yeah.
It It was horrifying.
Because I was watching that when you're like, you know, you could see you're trying to be nice and saying, I think this would work better.
Usually I have a good poker face when I look at things, and I don't let people see, you know, my inner thoughts of, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, that one I couldn't hold it back.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Well, we had Mike on, Mendez.
oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Big Ass Spider opens today, or starts today on SyFy, doesn't
It was
it?
last,
That's today, isn't it?
I think it was,
I haven't seen it yet. I heard it was good.
I thought it was last week, but maybe you're right.
Maybe it's I don't know.
He put it out there. Oh, you're right. It is today.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it was doing really well, that it was pretty funny and stuff. Yeah, Mike, yeah, he was being kind of a jackass on that.
So I told him.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, because, you know, and I know what the problem was, too. What happened was, this was the second day of shooting that we were there. First day they shot, everything went perfect. And then when we got there on the second day to shoot that puppet spider, it was like, I got there early, for once, and I saw, like, all the extras are still sitting there, and the AD's telling them, don't worry, we'll get to you. It's like, basically what had happened was, everything went wrong that day. It was like, it was taking him forever. So he had no patience. By the time we got out there, you know, it took me, well, it would have taken me 5 minutes to rig the thing right.
Yeah.
They gave me 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And still, I look at pictures of it now and it looked great.
Yeah.
You know, the puppet one did. And he just wanted a bitch and, you know.
Drew a hissy.
Yeah, he drew a hissy and that was it, you know.
And I told him, I go, you know, this has come from a bad guy heel wrestler.
Yeah.
You're a jackass.
Yeah, I told him. Yeah, I'll tell him to his face and stuff. But I mean, that the big head spider, you know, that came out great. Had a, you know, unfortunate incident with it a year later when I was taking it to IMATS, and the psycho person from my show cut it up with a chainsaw into 30 pieces. What they didn't know is I went and got the pieces out of the dumpster and put it back together.
Wow.
And premiered it again at this year's IMATS show, totally new with lit eyes and everything.
What, they were upset or something?
Yeah, it was a piece of shit guy who was working for us at the time. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, people get jealous. It's a weird thing since the show, because I personally, I don't feel jealous about anything. I always feel that everybody should succeed. No reason why not. And some
That's
people
a good
just get
attitude to have.
Yeah, but some people get so jealous of, you know, people's success. It's like, dude, I lived on the streets before. You know, I didn't see this show coming. I didn't make this happen. But my daughter put it best when she said, since the show, friends and family have become meaner and strangers have become nicer. And that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how I got the show, it was just, I don't know if you heard this one. It was like I was out of the goth club one night, and about midnight. I got a call for a reality show that is about people who survive animal attacks, and they needed the back of a whale for a recreation, and they needed to be like 10 feet by so, and they needed it by 7:30 in the morning. And I'm like, okay,
oh nice,
that's your thing. So 2:30 the club closed, so I went back to the shop, and I made the thing. And 7 o'clock rolls around, and I could not fit it in my hearse. So I tied it on top of the hearse and drove it over to the set. So I pulled up in a hearse covered in latex and splattered and shit, and my makeup's all smeared, and there's a whale on top. And I said, whose fucking whale is this? And they just thought that was hilarious and said, we're going to do a show about you. And I'm like, yeah, right. And then they did. You know, it's like, so it's a matter of being at the right place at the right time with the right car.
I know, because all these damn people here are jealous of me, all of them.
I see it in their
That's
eyes.
right, man.
I see it.
Damn people.
Yeah.
Now you do have some important, serious talk about, because usually we're always.
Yeah, we can do that. You know, I don't know if your listeners will run since you told them ahead of time. No.
No, my listeners like write with crayons and stuff like that. They'll stay
now
there.
here's the thing. It's like, because of, like, in the goth community, the goth scene is very important to me, because I've been in a lifestyle of being a goth. You know, we were the Addams family. We lived in Valencia, California for like 7 years, practically got chased off with pitchforks and torches.
Yeah.
You know, they did not like us. They threw a block party, didn't invite us. It's all soccer moms up there, you know. And they were trying to get my hearse out of there, the homeowners association, anything they could think of to get rid of it, they would try. And, you know, and finally we just said fuck it and left, and moved down to the valley again where everybody loves us. But, just the attitude like that, because like we were the only house on the entire block that had a no on 8 sign. You know, just screw this. Yeah, they didn't like people of undetermined gender showing up dressed in black at any time of night. Hey, that's home to me.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, the goth scene's very important to me, and it's like a family thing. It's a community, or it's a culture, a subculture, and you know, we get kind of people don't understand a lot of it. You know, when they see the goths, they don't understand who they were. Just people who dress and, you know, express ourselves in a different way, and it's very creative. But you know, and besides that, you know, none of bad raps is the poetry. No, emos write the shitty poetry. Ours is, we don't do that. But goths are funny people. You know, most of them are very creative and very, you know, intelligent, and so kind of started this thing called the Dark Angels LA. And what this kind of stems from is there's such a bad thing now with the bullying going on. And I've been doing some charity work, and this is one of the beauties of becoming a celebrity, is people actually listen to what you say. It's crazy, so I had to watch my mouth. But because I choose things that are important to me, and I was working with Daniel Puder, who's one of the UFC guys. He has a thing called My Life, My Power, which is an anti-bullying campaign. And I kind of remember the situation from 6 years ago in England. There was a girl, Sophie Lancaster, who was killed because she was dressed as a goth. And they stomped on her head and killed her. I mean, she was trying to protect her boyfriend. And it's like, and people were watching, and they didn't help. And that's just wrong. So with the Dark Angels, what we are is a volunteer organization. I'm not a charity because I don't want people handing us money because I'll lose it. I never had any money. I tell you right now. But we started out like as people from the goth community, the LA goth community. We volunteered over at the Jackson Limousine Turkey Drive, which is like 10,000 turkeys we handed out that day. And we showed up at 7 in the morning and like in the South Central LA with our full-on makeup, weird eyes, everything, dressed in black. And these people were so nice. And usually we're just like, "What the hell are you? Are you a vampire?" No, we're goths. But it's like, it creates acceptance. And just like I said from my TV show, now that these kids love Monster Man, the parents have gotten into it and stuff. So I'll be in Somerset, Kentucky one time, and it was like everybody in the town knew me. This is a little small town, southern town in Kentucky. Yeah. And just like 2 o'clock in the morning at Walmart, and they're buying dog collars. Don't ask people what for. And and everybody knows me. So I was expecting, like, driving out of town, seeing "Welcome Back, Monster Man," and be like, "I've never been here before." Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, it was really weird. Yeah. Even the Waffle King, I love that.
But that's cool. See, I don't know what that's like being a celebrity.
It's just weird, and it's like it's really hard getting used to because I'm. I put on a great facade. Normally, I'm fairly much a shy person, but yeah.
But you're down to earth too, which makes it good.
I try and be real, considering nothing about me is real here. Fair color, nail polish, but eye color. But the Dark Angels thing, we went down to the Jackson Limousines, handed out like 10,000 turkeys, and we